Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Massage Expert Wellness Lab, where we discuss the practices of massage and body work to help improve your self care needs, such as physical and emotional. Today, in the Wellness Lab, we are going to be interviewing Miss Nicole. We're going to be asking her some questions on unethical behavior, sexual behavior towards massage therapists, and also how to protect yourself from these incidents. So, you guys, if you're ready to meet Miss Nicole, grab your wellness notebook so that you can take notes. Make sure that you always have your water to stay hydrated. And let's meet Miss Nicole. Hey,
Hi,
Nicole, how you doing today?
I'm good and you?
I'm doing excellent. So before we begin, how are you feeling right now? Any emotions that you're feeling?
I'm dehydrated. When you mentioned stay hydrated, I went to grab my
Yes,
bottle real quick.
yes. And water is definitely good to keep the body hydrated, keep the skin hydrated. Most importantly, don't forget the skin is the largest organ on the body, so we definitely need to take care of it, and we
Yes,
do that with massage and body work therapy.
exactly.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, Nicole. Tell me, my viewers, what we need to know about you and your business.
So my name's Nicole. I go by Massage by Nikki on Instagram, and I graduated from NHI, which is the National Holistic Institute for Massage in California, in 2012. I did the first program, which was the core program. They showed you Eastern and Western medicine. And then I graduated from that program in 2011 and decided I wanted to further my education in injuries and pain management, things like that. So I decided to take the neuromuscular program from the same school and graduated with the certification in NMT, which is a neuromuscular therapist, which allowed me to work for chiropractors for about 8 years. Up until last May, I decided to venture off on my own and create my own practice, basically, and doing mobile. Considering the coronavirus, I wasn't able to have a spot. So that's just kind of like a little tidbit on me, my education in massage. Yeah.
It's very interesting to know. I didn't know that you actually worked at a chiropractic office for that long because I actually worked at a chiropractic office and that kind
Mm-hmm.
of got me interested in medical massage. So
Yes.
it's kind of good that we kind of have that same background.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your perception of massage and body work with the coronavirus pandemic or outbreak going on?
So in the beginning, it was just a complete shock. The only reason why I was still working was because I was at a chiropractic office. So in that medical setting, we actually were still okay to be doing massages. If you were massaging on your own, you were not allowed to do massage at all. You had to completely stop. Where I'm from LA, California. I don't know if I mentioned that. And everybody had to completely stop. So I had a lot of friends who were just freaking out because, with the pandemic, you're supposed to stay 6 feet away. And how can you stay 6 feet away when you're massaging somebody? So that was something that I was blessed and I was lucky that I did not have to experience that in the beginning when they shut us down in March of 2020. I was still working at the chiropractic office, so I was able to do my massage on the chiropractic patients at that office. So it wasn't until May that I decided that I wanted to do it on my own when the everything was a little more, it wasn't as strict. We were still able to practice, but the restrictions were a little softer, I would say. We can practice on the outside, so people's houses outside. So that's where I kind of started to kind of build up my clientele, doing it outside with a mask, a face shield, the whole 9 yards, disinfectant, everything you could think of, gloves, which I did not like, but for some people they rather have that than nothing. So it worked out for me. in that May, June time frame, I think. Yeah.
That's good to hear. And I'm glad that you do follow the guidelines, follow the safety protocols by wearing your mask, trying to making sure that you do disinfect all your tables, equipment, sheets, and also wearing the gloves if the clients do request it. Clients or people who are interested in massage therapists, do let us know what kind of precautions that you want us to do to make sure that you do feel comfortable getting massage and bodywork services. And if you do request gloves, I do have gloves, and massage therapists should have gloves. So that's a little bit of tip for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we have you here today because we're talking about unethical behavior from massage therapists, from clients, but mostly talking about sexual behaviors from clients. So can
Mm-hmm.
you tell me a little bit of your zero tolerance policy that you have?
So when I started my page on Instagram, which was in March of 2020, I wasn't too, what's the word? I didn't, I wasn't as active on it until I was no longer working at the chiropractic office in May. So in May, I kind of went full force and just tried everything I could to build up my clientele and use Instagram. Now, with Instagram, you do get, direct messages from complete strangers, from people you don't know. You will get them from people you know, but you will get them from people that you don't know. And I found that I was getting just random messages from men and women. I'm not just gonna attack the men, men and women, that would, you know, just ask for awful things. And I thought it was a joke at first. Then I realized this is serious. Like, this really happens. Not only to men, it happens to women. I have, you know, fellow MTs that are men that it happens to them as well. So it's not just that, but having to be able to just see it and just cut it off. What I started doing was I just would say, you know what, as a massage therapist, with the training I went through, it's such an insult to me and my business and what I worked so hard to get. It was just so insulting. And once I went past that, I just stopped. I just started blocking these people, and I started filtering out people through Respect Massage, which is on Instagram. She helped me identify red flags and trigger words that people would use so that I would just nip it in the bud. I would just, completely just, I can't schedule you. I have a zero tolerance policy. I just had to reinforce that no matter how mad they would get and what they would say. I just had to go based off of me, my dignity, and my reputation, because at the end of the day, if these people get mad, they could report you, or they can make up all these stories too about you. So it's really risky. But I feel as though I kind of found a good way to filter them out with the help of Respect Massage, to filter those people out, and zero tolerance. Yeah.
That's good to hear that you was able to actually find a mentor. It's very good to have a mentor so that we can have people to help guide us through when we're having issues. So if you haven't already, go ahead and follow Respect Massage on Instagram. If you are a massage therapist, or even if you're not a massage therapist, if you're just a client, you can learn some of the ways that we protect ourselves, and also see how we can get tricked, how we are attacked sometimes, and how we can be unused or treated wrongly in our industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some trigger words that you see that kind of let you know to stay away from this person?
From my experience, I would get like extras, or like, do you do anything? I would list everything that I did. I'm talking, deep tissue, Swedish, hot stone, blah, blah, blah. The list went on forever. And then I would get a question like, do you offer anything extra, anything else, anything special? Do you, things like that, where I'm like, I just gave you the full list of what I do. I don't offer anything extra. So a lot of times she would tell us those trigger words were like extras, or what else? Some special stuff like that, where I'm like, no, I don't offer anything special and extra. Me being naive, right? I'm like, no. And I would realize, like, when I heard her talking about it from Respect Massage, that's not what they wanted. They wanted something extra and special, and I do not offer that. And I it's just so insulting. It's,
And I
there are
feel
people out there.
yes. And so same thing if you are a massage therapist and you do have this type of incident online on social media or in a spa setting, definitely make sure you reach out to your manager in the spa position in the spa setting and let them know that you had somebody ask you this type of questions, or they did this, or they touch you in an inappropriate way right then and there. Stop the session right then and there and walk out and let your manager know. Same thing, let your clients know online and before you meet them, your
Mhm.
policies and everything so that they know ahead of time, so that when you do meet them, if they do something that's not appropriate, you can go ahead and the massage, pack up and leave.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do.
So how do
It's
you
not worth
protect
it.
your Yes, it's not. So, how do you feel being a mobile massage therapist with these type of inquiries going on for you, and then also with the coronavirus outbreak?
So I went through it in steps. Obviously, it was a learning experience because I didn't have like a one-on-one mentor. I just had Respect Massage's ideas and her, perception of how, to just disregard those people. It's not worth your time, and it's not something that you're putting out. It's just something that people are putting toward you. So I feel like I went through it in stages. The first stage was, how do I filter out people, obviously people that I know who they are, I know them. If it's my cousin and he's a guy, I'm not gonna think anything of it. But when I get a message from somebody I don't know, a man, um, I I now have a policy where I ask where they came from, and I only accept men by referral only. And this was through another massage therapist. I can't remember her name, but she had that as her policy. If she didn't know them, she needed a reference. If they did not have a reference, she would say, you know what, I apologize, but this is my policy. I only accept male clients by referral only. Us as women feel more comfortable if a woman is a stranger than a man is a stranger. It's just being overpowered, and women are, we're smaller. We're, it's tough. But I started doing that, and I've had to say, you know what, Nicole, you can't accept everyone. You have to have, boundaries, and you have to be safe. And that was the way that I felt the safest. I would say, who referred you to me? Then I would go to that person and I would say, hey Nancy, he said he came from you. I just want to know, can you vouch for him? Um, if she says, yeah, he's great, he went to high school with us or something, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember him. It's much easier for me to accept them if somebody vouches for them, as opposed to, I don't know who that is, I don't think you should, proceed. And I'd say, okay, this person doesn't know you, so I'm sorry, my policy is, I need a reference. And I would say then, but I wouldn't shut him out. I would say, you know what, I have a friend, he's a male therapist. I would say, here, he has an office, because he does. Go to him, and I give him his information, because I do want to help people. I don't want to shut people out, because maybe they are really looking for body work, and they don't have a reference, and I can't accept them as a client because that's my policy, but I still want to help this person. So I just send them to him, and, give my friend business too. So it all works out. If you have the policies, you just got to stick to them. If you lose money, you lose money, but then you don't, because if something were to happen, your mental health is much more important than $100 for an hour massage. So that's just kind of how I went through it in kind of stages. And that's where I became, about 2 or 3 months ago, that was a solid policy. Women I accept, men by referral only, and that's it. feel like I'm talking a lot.
No, 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 no. That's good to know because I never thought about having those type of policies of having a referral policy, and
Mhm.
that is smart to have as a mobile massage therapist. So I'm definitely going to look into that to see how that would definitely keep me a little bit more safe, and definitely make clients feel much safer as well. As well, so that may help my business as well. Do you have anyone else? I know you was talking about your friend and Respect Massage. Do you have anyone else that's a support system or your support team on social media?
Um, Not on social media. My boyfriend actually. Um, so this is a funny story, but in the beginning, I would accept male clients, but I'd be terrified because I don't know who they are. I'm going to their house. Like, I don't know what situation I'm putting myself in, which was dumb. But I took him with me. No lie. I took him with me. He's unemployed because of COVID. He works at a restaurant, so the restaurant industry was completely shut down. So he had all the time in the world to go with me. And I think we went to 4 different male clients' houses. And I would take him with me. He would help me set up. So it looked like I had like a team or like not a bodyguard, but like a team of people. I had a male there and kind of scope out the place and scope out the energy. And that I went to this guy's house, and his grandma is in the room. She sleeps there, and he lives with a bunch of women. So I felt comfortable, and I said, "Okay, I feel comfortable." He would ask me, "Do you feel safe?" Yes, I feel safe. This guy lives with a bunch of women, and they're all there. So he just would wait for me outside for an hour. I'd do the massage, and then I would leave. And I felt, I mean, like I said, I went through stages. That was one of the stages. And I said, I can't do this to him forever. So he was my biggest support system because he actually went there with me, kind of look around, kind of see, is this something you want to do, or we can leave now? So I think that was the biggest thing for me, is having him there to help me through stage 1 of trying to figure out how I was going to do that. So not on
So
social media, but yeah, a close person of mine.
that's good to hear because, and I'm glad that you actually had a close person because social media friends, social media support can only go so much as
Mm-hmm.
phones, computers, devices. But sometimes we do need to have that physical person there so that we can actually feel the energy. So I'm glad. So we're going to give a big shout out to your boyfriend for being your bodyguard for Massage by Nikki. Another question for you is what happened to it? What was it? What conversations with other therapists did you have on this issue of sexual behaviors and unethical conduct?
I what's her name? I can't remember her Instagram name. Her name is Crystal. She's from Texas, so shout out to her. I'm sure she's watching this. I had a conversation with her. Oh, it was about an hour long. I'd say a couple months ago. I wanted her to feel comfortable and reach out to me because she was just about to graduate from massage school, and she was working at a student clinic, which I think most of us had in our massage schools. I'm not sure if all of them had it. And she said that there would be these people that would be really, she would get this weird energy from them, and was, she didn't feel comfortable. And she thought, how am I going to do mobile massage if, like, at the school you have teachers, you have everybody there. So if you need to leave, you can just walk out of that room and you have people there. In someone's home, it's completely different. And this is what she was telling me. How am I going to do this? And so I told her, I went through all these trials. I told her the story about my boyfriend going with me. I told her about all these conversations I had with MTs and their pages, and looking at, how to be safe. And in the end, I told her that's my policy, and I stick to that policy. Males by referral only. If even if you get a referral from them and you're getting weird energy from them, maybe just don't accept men that you know, or men that you don't know, and maybe just accept females only, and just make that so that you feel safe. Because like I said, it's not worth something really bad happening to you, you know, for $100. So it was something that I felt like, wow, I did come a long way from all these stages to where I am. And I'm going to stick to my guns because I've had to turn down a few people even recently. And I don't say turn down. I just say I give them to my friend and they can get body work from them. So
I love those steps and process that you have. And it does look like Crystal is watching this video. So shout out to Crystal. Hey, Crystal.
Yay! Hi, Crystal.
And so those steps that you use, making sure that you get referrals for men from only getting referrals for men, only accepted women, those are good practices. And if you are a female therapist or male therapist, you should definitely think about using some of these tips and suggestions as well, because this may make you feel more comfortable and may make your clientele more comfortable and may reach out to you more because they know of your policies and you're more, like you say, stick to your guns, to your policies.
Stick to your guns.
And I do have one more question for you. With your services, how do your services help people with the coronavirus outbreak?
So, I was just thinking about this yesterday. I have a guinea pig. He's my boyfriend. I work on him. I do. Are we showing our muscles right now?
Yeah.
I work on him. He's my guinea pig. And we both had COVID in June. That's why when I said from May to June, I stopped because we both had it. It lasted 2 months in our system. It was nuts, but we overcame it. He had it worse than I did. So I was taking care of him and we were both isolated together. And I just did cupping on him a few days ago. And the color, it's never been like that for him. The colors were so dark and he actually had stuff coming out, which I do suction cupping. You can see the lymph fluid coming out, a little bit of like through his pores, some of the toxic blood with the lymph fluid was coming out. And so I think detoxing with cupping is really going to help people that have had COVID remove some of those toxins from their body, because that's generally what cupping is. And it pulls toxins to the surface, and then your body is just going to flush them out when you hydrate, drink water. I think that's going to be a really good thing for all massage therapists to use and promote. Yes, to use and promote, because it's the best for detoxing. Another thing is just basic Swedish massage, moving the tissue around. Not necessarily deep tissue, but Swedish. Just get everything moving so that person can flush all that stuff out. I think a lot of the basic stuff that we should use and to promote ourselves, but to help people that either have had coronavirus or people that are always getting sick and stuff. It's just your body is toxic and your body is telling you something. And I think we can do a lot to help people, not necessarily just COVID, but people that have toxin buildup, because everybody does.
That's good to hear that you use cupping, and I'm looking to actually get more information and get some continued education and probably a certificate or certification in cupping, because I do start to see the benefits of using it and how it actually can release those toxins from the skin and from the pores. So I'm glad that you used that. If you didn't know, we are going to be doing another interview with Nicole. We're going to be talking about how she promotes herself on social media and also her struggles with the coronavirus in 2020 and how she was able to reach over 1,500 subscribers on on Instagram. So if you haven't followed her yet, go ahead and follow her on Instagram. I'm sorry, follow on Instagram at Massage by Nikki. Nikki with Nikki.
Yes.
So we're going to see you on that video. See you in that interview if you're watching this video. And before we leave, I want to say thank you for coming on to our channel and letting everyone know how you protect yourself from unwanted behavior, sexual behavior, unethical behavior, and how you make yourself feel grounded and feel whole and feel protected when giving your services, because that's the main thing of doing massage and body work is for healing, healing of the skin, the mind, the body, the soul. And we have to make sure that we're giving off that energy and not feeling that negative energy from our clients. Definitely. So
Thank you for having me. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. And like I said, we reached out and we was able to connect on Instagram. So if you are looking for massage therapists or support system, just reach out to people on Instagram with easy messages. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you in the next interview on how to protect yourself from the coronavirus and promotion for your small business. Stay stress free and enjoy you at the Massage Expert Wellness Lab.